Welcome to the video for day 2 of the ChIP experiment. To begin, add the protease inhibitor AEBSF to your tube of chilled IP buffer. Invert the tube several times to mix. Retrieve your cell pellet from the -80-degree freezer. Resuspend the cell pellet in the IP buffer by pipetting up and down several times. Begin the cell lysis by adding lysozyme to the resuspended cells. Incubate the cell resuspension tube in the tube rotator for 30 minutes. Locate the magnetic rack. This will be used to pellet and wash the magnetic dynabeads that will be used for the precipitation. Apply the beads to the magnetic rack and wait until all beads are adhering to the side of the tube. This will take 20 to 30 seconds. While the tube is still on the rack, use a pipette to remove the supernatant from the tube and discard. Wash the beads by resuspending in 1 milliliter of IP buffer. Apply the tube to the magnetic rack to pellet the beads. Use a pipette to remove the supernatant. Repeat this washing process 2 more times. Pre-label 2 fresh tubes as flag and IgG. Divide the washed magnetic beads into the 2 tubes. Add the appropriate antibody to each tube and gently mix with a pipette tip. Rotate the bead tubes in the tube rotator for at least 1 hour. Remove the cell lysate tube from the tube rotator. Divide the lysate evenly between 2 labeled bioruptor tubes. Ensure that the tube cap is completely pressed down. Place the tubes into the sample holder of the pre-chilled bioruptor instrument. Be sure that balance tubes are used in any empty positions. Secure the sample holder and return to its position in the instrument. Set the to begin. Sonication will begin when the lid is closed and last for 15 minutes. After sonication, remove your samples and the balance tubes. Your samples should appear much less cloudy than they were prior to sonication. Return the empty sample holder to the instrument. Recombine the sonicated lysates into one fresh, labeled microcentrifuge tube. Add RNase to the sonicated lysate. Add the lysate sample to the tube rotator for 1 hour. Recover all 3 sample tubes from the tube rotator. Briefly spin down the tubes to recover any sample that may be stuck in the lids. Remove a portion of the cell lysate to save as the input sample. Place the 2 bead tubes onto the magnetic rack and allow the beads to accumulate onto the side. Using a pipette, remove and discard the liquid. Transfer half of the lysate to each bead tube, pipetting up and down to resuspend the beads. Return the tubes to the tube rotator and let rotate overnight. Thanks for watching.